Hi. Happy Valentine's Day. It's your girl Coco Cupcake, and the place is Plentiful Platters. Thanks for coming. And it's good to see you. Thank you for coming. This is what I'm calling my grand opening of my mukbang for YouTube. I have posted a few videos as you've seen. They were fun and just getting my feet wet, just starting out. This is my main fiesta. Well, it's not a fiesta. It's a Mandarin Chinese Feast of St. Valentine's, because we're also celebrating the Lunar New Year here in San Francisco. Well, and all over the world. Gong Hei Fat Choi. San Francisco has one of the largest Chinese Asian populations in the United States. I think there's LA and somewhere else. I'm not certain. Maybe New York. But we're the biggest. And we celebrate with a huge parade with bands and community organizations and floats and the the Lunar New Year Queen and Court. And then they have the dancers, the lion and the dragons. And they do all the complicated twists and turns and dancing. And then there are firecrackers to ward off the evil spirits. But we don't have to worry about that because you got your own dragon here, Miss Coco. And I assure you, nothing evil tonight. Not even the lack of a partner is going to stop us from having fun. And in fact, I say, so be it. Look at the fun I'm about to have, and I'm alone. And I'm alone. I'm not lonely. I'm not without. I'm not single. I'm alone by choice, and it frees you up from so much that it's a day like this is worth celebrating yourself. So that's what we're doing. So if you're out there and you're single, come on in and join me. I hope you have a drink. Oh, a drink. And I hope you have something to eat. And speaking of eat, let's get to the menu here, shall we? Oh, before we get to the menu, I hate doing this because I always feel so embarrassed and ashamed, but if you've not been here before, and you probably haven't because I only have 7 subscribers, please subscribe. Would you please subscribe if it's not too much trouble? I'd like to have at least in the teens, but I'm not begging. I am begging, but I'm not begging. But if you could, if you would. And I'm not going to worry about that bell because that's so annoying. We have enough alerts in our day. We don't need to hear about Miss Coco Cupcake and what she's promoting this time. And I'm not going to be that regular. I have something coming up for St. Patty's Day because I'm from Chicago, and that was always a big thing in Chicago. And here in San Francisco, they have a big parade too. But I'm not going to be like, 3 or 4 times a week. Oh my God, I'll be huge as a house. And I am trying to land somebody, so I got to be careful, okay? So you don't have to worry about, hitting that alert bell. But I would like it if you would comment because I'm a chatty girl, as you'll find out, and I will get back to you. And I appreciate constructive criticism. Um, don't be mean. But, I'll take the mean ones too because, like I said, I'm a dragon. But please be nice. And if you're really nice and you really like what we got going on, and I know you said, when is the bitch going to start eating? Well, right now, I'd appreciate it. A thumbs up. So, what's on the Mandarin feast, you say? Well, we're starting off with butterfly prawn appetizer. And they have the sweet sauce, like the sweet and sour sauce that you get. Well, this is just the sweet, and it goes deliciously with it. And served alongside that are pot stickers. You know what those are. I love how they're crispy on one side and smooth and delicate as a pillow on the other side. It's perfect for Valentine's Day. You got the good with the bad. Then next over here, we have Let's see if I can turn this a little bit. A little amateurish, but whatever. She's new. I'm new. That's why you should give me a follow, a subscribe. Make her feel better. We have egg foo young patties. I don't know if you can see that well. Egg foo young patties. And you know that you may have noticed there's a theme. Finger food, because that's very sensuous and sensual. And this is St. Patrick's Day. I'm sorry, St. Valentine's Day. All these saints are going to be the death of me yet. And probably should be. But St. Valentine's Day with your sweetie. If you had a sweetie, I'm going to tear off a bit and, dip it in the sauce. Comes with this rich, brothy gravy. And that's going to be so good. And then, this is one of my favorites, and I haven't had this in so long. Let me move the broth out of the way. Beef chow fun. Here in the middle. I don't know if you can see it. I'll try to give you a closer look. Beef chow fun with the noodles, the white rice noodles, and bean sprouts, and slivers of beef. And you notice I have my chopsticks in here. Now, I'm just learning. I went to a couple of tutorials. I know how to hold them. I think I remember. See? I can hold them. But I'm not very good at clamping down and bringing anything to my mouth. But we'll see what we can do. Noodles shouldn't be so bad. I should be able to just scoop those and get those, right? Oh, no, girl. Come on now. They're waiting to see if you can do it. Oh, my God. My first success story with chopsticks. Yay! And then, finally. Well, not finally. Not, last but not least. I have salt and pepper pork. It's delicious. It's like pork chops, but they deep fry it. Everything on here is like deep fried. We're just like, we don't care about it. Well, there are no diets in this house anyway, so pay that no mind. But since I'm here, this is what I crunch on it. And it's deep fried with salt and some kind of Chinese peppers. And I love it because it comes on the bone. So it's not like ribs, but it's handy. And also, finger food. And I did almost forget. What is a feast without dessert? And I have Valentine's Day sweets for my sweeties. Now I have the heart encrusted butter cookies. They're good. But if you have a very sharp eye and you're a bon vivant or a man or woman about town, you'll notice I also have macarons, French macarons. I couldn't resist. I wanted something special for today. So I got the birthday cake edition. So we have tiramisu, which I'm assuming is this because it has like brown powder sprinkled on it. Birthday cake. And this looks cute because it has like little sprinkles on it. Little macarons. Aren't they delicious looking? Just so cute. And then raspberry. And this has to be the raspberry filling. So stick around. We'll get to those later. But back to my salt pepper pork. This doesn't come with any dipping sauce, unfortunately. It probably should. I probably could use the dipping sauce of my egg foo young. But I got special plans for that. And I'm going about this all wrong, but if you know anything about me, I'm an all-around kind of girl. Let's jump into the appetizers. These are so beautiful. They're almost like tempura. Oh, forgot. I need salt. Now, maybe you don't know this about me, but I am the salt queen. I can just look at food. But, you know, when you have tempura, this tempura batter, the same kind of batter that they put on the big juicy onion rings, you know when it needs salt. And sweet prawns. Oh, I forgot the sauce. The sweet sauce, like the sweet and sour sauce. Ooh. Tender and delicious. Now, one thing I'm not doing here, I had sauce for, I asked for extra sauce on the side for my pot stickers. They didn't give it to me. So, and I had it here, and I am just not certain what I did with it. Because look at these pot stickers without their special sauce. Oh, hell. That pepper sauce. What did I do? Oh, it's over here. Now, I don't have anything to put it on, so let me go back to eating. You can only imagine how tender and delicious those prawns are. That glaze. Really good. Now, how am I going to do this? Well, you know what? I think I will do double duty. This is so rude. I was running around. My roommates were trying to get in the kitchen. My food was running late. My roommates were trying to, they're a married couple. So, of course, you know, they wanted to do a special Valentine's Day dinner. Cheers to Ruth and Renee. Thank you for letting me get in there and do my thing while you waited on me. But then, of course, they'll be in there for several hours. Music blasting. Ooh. It's getting all on the prawns. I don't want that. Put some of this hot oil on here. Here we go. There we go. Unfortunately, you won't be able to see it unless and until I can get it on the pot sticker. And I need to snip off the tip to get nice and flat. Oh, I put it in the sweet sauce. Oh, well. Not bad. That's not what it meant to do. Here. Getting this oil. Now. That's what it's supposed to look like. Now perk up a girl's nostrils. Now, even though I like the sweet sauce that comes with this, I just like the fried tempura and the shrimp. Gives you the true flavors, you know? Don't cover it up with that cloying sweet stuff. Kind of ruined that pot sticker, by the way. I'm still eating. Let's try this on some of the pot sticker sauce. Oh, not bad. Not bad at all. I like it. Now, I know you guys like a story. Story time, they call it. I don't like that. That sounds like it's for children. And I don't have anything against children, but I don't have any children. And I don't know any children. Like, I'm an only child. Because I don't know how to explain it. No, it doesn't explain it. Does not explain anything. You like my little mole? A la Marilyn Monroe. It's rosé. I'm drinking it in this kind of irregular champagne flute because I figured I couldn't handle any stems. I've got so much stuff going on. I can't handle stems and knocking my cupcake rosé. Oh, I didn't show you. There they go. Oh my God, I wonder what's going on. Cupcake. 2019 California vintage. Cupcake Vineyards. Isn't that sweet and isn't that perfect? I'm going to need to top her off in a minute. So, oh, you know what? I have gotten the egg foo young patties, and I love those. You know, those are like, if you've never had those, and I hope it didn't sound like I'm talking down to you. I'm just explaining what's on the menu as I go along. The egg foo young patties are kind of like fried omelets. They're egg, bean sprouts, onions, and seasonings. And you just, and something to hold the batter, hold the shape of it, like baking powder or something. Oh, I know this is tacky. I should have had this open before we got started, but you don't know the trouble that I've had. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. Nobody knows but Jesus. It is Sunday after all. And I'm here on Valentine's Day all alone. Oh, honey, if I could give you that story time. But I won't because it's private and because it's still a little painful. It's only been a little bit over a week. And I'm still adapting and adjusting. You know, it was only 4 months, but that was a long time to be online. And I really did care about this person, but, you know, things don't often work out. And so I am on my way. Another door will open. But if I had someone, egg foo young patty, I would tear this in half and feed them. See how delicious that look. Oh, on the egg. Mmm. Mmm. That broth is good. Still warm. But back to me being the only child and my story. So now, my mother's mother, my maternal grandmother, always told us we were part Cherokee, which I thought was exotic and interesting because my grandmother's mother was full Cherokee. Look at my cheekbones. Don't you see that? Um, so I thought, oh, Ancestry.com. You know, that became a craze. And then there was the other one. I didn't go to her because I didn't want to know about whatever she's about. I wanted to know about my ancestry. So I was looking for my Cherokee ancestry. And as it turns out, they don't have much on the database for Native American original peoples. Because, well, first of all, they're scattered to the four winds. There aren't that many tribes left. And they aren't really, investing themselves of the services of uh, ancestry. So I thought, I didn't know that at the time. But I'm just telling you now, if you're looking for Indian, Native American, it's not going to happen. Or unless you're very lucky, unless they really improved it. But it's been a few years since I've done it. So I'm looking for that. And I sign up, I spit in the tube, and you send it back. And I'm such a lame brain that I forgot there's a code that goes with it. All right? Salt and pepper pork. And I kept wondering, weeks went by and weeks went by. I kept thinking, where's my ancestry? Who do I belong to? And I reread the instructions. And I saw where it said, call in this number. And that's your ID. I thought, oh my God, what did I do with the forms? What did I do with the paperwork? Unlike me, because I have the worst luck in the world, I found it. I sent it in, and they started the operation on me. Probably about 6 weeks after I was due to have the operation. Not the operation, but to have my ancestry looked into. So, time goes by. I keep looking at the calendar. Is it time? Is it time? Because I'm thinking, well, I know I'm from Africa. But also, my grandmother said we had Welsh or Irish blood. So that would have been interesting to see. And what else was going on? So I get a notice from Ancestry.com. And it says, hello, brother. I'm your brother, Gary. Wait a minute. Now, I am, first of all, a doll of a certain age. And I've been an only child all my long life, right? I'm thinking, scam, what are you up to? And anyway, I kept reading because it was intriguing. Said, you're so-and-so, so-and-so, right? And we've been looking for you for 3 or 4 decades. Because apparently this Gary is really into this ancestry stuff. He says, you have 2 sisters and myself, and our father died 3 years ago. Henley writes. He named him, and I said, oh my God, this has to be true. Because that is my dad, but I didn't know anything about anybody. And he said, we lived in Indianapolis. Yes, check, we lived in Indianapolis. And he knew my mother's name. And I'm thinking, no, wait a minute. Now, I can see, I didn't know I knew my father, but he didn't want to know me. I mean, I was a child of a little difference. And he ran an auto supply store. He was really rough and rugged. He didn't want me. But check this out. Gary, my brother, is gay. He's also LGBT. And he lives in London now. But he lived in Chicago for a long time. But he moved there shortly after I left. My brother, we've hopscotched each other's lives. And like you said, he'd been looking for me. So you can imagine what a shit shocker that was. But time went along, and I thought, Well, brother and two sisters, how is this going to work for me? Because when you're an only child, you like it that way. And I don't know how to deal with people. That's part of my problem. I didn't have any peers growing up. So I was kind of an isolated odd bird. And then being trans. Well, I didn't know I was trans when I was growing up, but that's another story. But anyway, we communicated. And he turned out he's a very nice guy. Very smart. He's an engineer for the City of London. Some kind of contractor or something. And now he's back now, but he has a place in Spain. He wants to retire to Spain. So now he's renting a place in Spain. Well, he works all the details out. And we get along very, very well. We've had some moments. I'm not going to get into it, but it's one of those stories that you hear about. Oh, I went on Ancestry.com and I found out I have another long lost family. Well, it wasn't that long lost. They lived in the same neighborhood that I did. As it turned out, he keeps saying, "Do you remember this?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Well, we went there. Do you remember the YMCA? Yeah. Well, we went there. Well, I didn't, and my mother, I don't know if she knew or not, but it'd be just like her to keep them from me because, she and my father, well, he was married to somebody else. Well, at that time, I have an older sister. So at the time I came along, he was married to her mother. You know that song, The Temptations? Papa was a rolling stone, my. Yeah, Papa was a rolling stone. So, but it's been interesting getting to know them, and there's been some ups and downs. It's not like the fairy tales that you get around, because people are people. And I don't know these people. They don't know me. We're all grown. We're all adults. We all have grown up. Well, Gary, Bev, the older sister, and Kim, the younger sister, who I'm not speaking with right now. Now, that's the story, honey. Oh, but we're not going to get into that because it wouldn't be fair. But anyway, so they grew up together because I don't know why they left me out of the picture, but they left me out of the picture. Then I moved to Chicago. Then Gary moved to Chicago. And now he's in London, and he found me here in San Francisco. So that's the story for you, isn't it? It's crazy. But he's my brother. I have a brother, and we really relate well because we're more, I don't know how to put this. Well, we're LGBT, which gives us a really strong bond. But we're also more educated, what you say, more, as you gorgeous yourself with food, sophisticated. Oh, look at my picture. Look at my pretty flowers back there. Let me move over so you can see them. Aren't they beautiful? My roses and carnations. Those were given to me by my dear friend Diana and my other new friend Mimi, who is supposed to be editing for me, but she's kind of busy right now. She's got some stuff going on. And I'm not going to tax her about it because whatever, I can push pause and that's not going to edit. But they dropped by. I call it a porch drive-by. Because of COVID, I can sit on my porch. They can stand on the sidewalk, talk to me, holler at me, and then go on about their business. And it's fun, Well, I'm here running around like a crazy woman trying to get this thing together today. And I get a text, "Hey, look outside your door. We left something for you." And I'm like, What? And they left flowers and a plate of cookies. Isn't that sweet? So it made me feel really loved since I'm alone. And I thought, I'm not alone because I have Diane and Mimi. And I have you guys. And I hope you feel like you're not alone because you have